It is me, unapologetically T. And I'm just here. I have been feeling very heavy. As we all know, the story of Ryan Hinton, the story of what Rodney Hinton Jr. allegedly did. It's all alleged. Their words, not ours. We all know the story. And it's fucked up that we even have to say that we know what he did. No. We know that him taking another innocent life isn't necessarily morally sound. Isn't necessarily something we support or think is right, but we also don't think it's wrong. And it's sad that we have to say that, because where is the fucking outrage when the innocent lives are taken from us? Where is that outrage? Where is that disgust? Where is the morality that needs to fucking surface when it is one of our lives? Where is it? It's so hypocritical. This is the hypocritical stuff I can't get with. On average, all human beings are fucking hypocritical. We go through different phases. We no longer believe the beliefs we had 10 years ago, 5 years ago, some of us 5 seconds ago. It just depends on where you're at in this process. I'm not talking about that hypocrisy. I'm talking about the hypocrisy that will have disgust for a father who watched this child, and yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm fucking angry. He watched this fucking child be gunned down as he was trying to run away. He watched this child be gunned down as he tried to run away. How many times do black people have to see their lives be snuffed out on TV? Because when we watch this shit, we watch ourselves. We watch our kids. We watch our family members. We watch our sons, our fathers. We watch our sisters, our mothers, our brothers, because it is not just the men. It is the women too. We can't forget about Sandra Bland, who was in her own motherfucking house boiling a pot of fucking water and rebuked a motherfucker in her house, and he literally turned and fucking killed her. She irritated his demons and he turned and killed her. Where is the outrage? Where is the justice? So Rodney Hinton deserves to be punished for what he's done. But time and time again, we see black lives die. We see brown lives die. White people die from fucking police brutality too. They do. They do. It's just not as much as us. It's just not as much as us. So like, when are y'all all gonna get tired? We literally watched yesterday as a clip be uploaded on the internet where a man, a white male, got out. I can make this shit up because I can, and I do. Like, I can make this shit up, and I'm starting to realize that. I used to be like, I can't make this shit up. But I literally can make this shit up, because I was just saying this. I was just saying that, like, it's really gonna take a plot twist in this bitch. Like, it's really gonna take it. And then, Lord and behold, a clip surfaces on the internet yesterday where a white man is caught on camera. This is a release from police video camera. You know they're not gonna release that shit. You know why they're not gonna release that shit? Because that white man was taken into custody with his motherfucking life. This white man was outside the car. I don't know what transpired between him and the police, so I don't know which one of them motherfuckers was wrong. But what happened was, and if you don't like cursing, that's your problem. Get off my page. I'm not changing who I am at this moment. Maybe 10 years from now, I'll change my potty mouth. Maybe I'll die a fucking sailor. I don't know. So, literally, this white man literally is out the car with an AR-15. No bullshit. Walk the motherfucker down. Walk the motherfucking police down. I mean, the police was in his car, but like, the police did not get out of his car to shoot because he felt his life was threatened. What did the motherfucking police do? He put the car in reverse and sped the fuck backwards. But when it's us, and you make believe we have a gun, or you say the gun is out and the gun isn't even out, because it is not a fucking crime for black people to have guns. You know that, right? It's not a crime for black people to have guns. It is not automatically guilty for a black man or a black woman to be found with a gun and police have killed them. That's an excuse sometimes. Not every black person is a motherfucking felon. You do know that, right? Well, now you do. So, literally, that clip surfaced. That man literally walks this goddamn police cruiser, because I'm gonna say the cruiser because the cop was in the car. The cop didn't get out the car and draw his gun on this motherfucker who was threatening his life in real time. You couldn't miss that big motherfucking gun. And I'm not gonna change the way I say this shit or none of that. Like, I'm not bleeping out the words. Like, I'm not monetized. I can say what the fuck I want to. I don't have nothing to lose. I already lost everything besides what God wanted me to have. So, and I've realized that, like, I won't lose anything unless God intends for me to lose it. So I have nothing to lose. I have no fear around losing something. So saying that, he walks this cruiser down. It goes in reverse because somewhere, you know, the gun hole, you know, shooting goddamn firing squad wasn't doing what they usually do for the black people. They weren't doing that for him. That's what real fear usually looks like. That's what real fear usually look like. Real fear doesn't look like pursuing a motherfucker that's running from you and shooting them down with a gun. Real fear isn't shooting a motherfucking adolescent black boy who has a cap gun or a BB gun. That's not real fear. That's not real fear. We're tired of seeing this shit happen time and time and time and time and time and time again. So let God judge Rodney Hinton Jr. Let God judge him. I support him. I also send my condolences to the family member who lost a life as well, because it's not fair. But life apparently isn't fair for us, and nobody gives a fuck. You only give a fuck when it's somebody else. You only care when it's somebody else, and that's wrong. So if you can spot the wrong in what Rodney did, you should be able to spot the wrong in what the fuck was done to him. And until then, maybe it needs to be an eye for an eye. And I don't believe an eye for an eye makes a blind motherfucking world, because an eye for an eye makes a motherfucker say, I want my other eye. I don't want to lose no more eyes. I'm going to start poking people motherfucking eyes out. That's what an eye for an eye does. An eye for an eye does that. Let's normalize turning the other cheek when somebody step on our shoes. When somebody spills a drink. When somebody spills some milk. Let's turn the other cheek for simple shit. Simple misunderstandings. Simple things that can be worked out. Let's turn the other cheek. We should not turn the other cheek for lives that are innocent being lost. We shouldn't do it. We should not do it. Because you can see the morality in the cop dying, but you can't see the morality in the black boy who was 18 dying. And then there was some information, I don't know, I haven't fact checked it, and they were saying like the car was stolen. Well, they were saying like, well, the car wasn't stolen. He had missed a payment and the company had reported it stolen. So legally it was the company's car, like a loan. It was like a loan. They hold the title. So legally it was the company's car, but he was making payments for it. So I've heard that story. I don't know how true it is, but can you imagine if that's fucking true and you chose to pull the fucking gun on a fucking kid? 18 is a kid. 18 is a kid. 18 is a kid. He was just beginning his real life. The next stages of his life, shall I say, because his life mattered before it was lost. But he was beginning the next phase of his life. I remember who I was when I was 17 and 18 and 16. And baby, I should have been underneath the fucking jail. I should have been underneath the jail. I did not play by the rules. I played by the rules I wanted to, and I played by other rules too. And it seems like we need to play by those rules, because the rules that society has created is it is riddled in white supremacy. It is riddled in oppression. It is, you oppressing your own white people, bruh. That's why they waking the fuck up. They finally realizing that they was oppressed too. Even though we always saw it. We always sat back and watched it and felt like you was foolish. We always thought, how foolish can you fucking be? They dogging your ass too. They just have you with the feeling of privilege over us. That's how they kept that shit in alignment for so long. If they give you a little taste of privilege and make you feel a little bit better than us, you'll be more willing to keep up their fucking oppression, and they'll just rape both of us. They'll just take advantage of all of us. But it was a group of people that they love to take advantage of more than others. And that is the black man. That is the black woman. Enough's a fuck enough. We tired. We don't have no more songs to sing. I mean, we're going to sing our songs because that's us. And we're going to dance our dances, but they all mean something. They all mean something. So I don't say it like, you know, I don't say it like we ain't gonna keep going with that. But what I'm saying is we don't have no fucking kumbaya in us. Kumbaya, my lord. No, I don't have that shit in me. Vengeance. Vengeance is God. That's the song I got. That's the song I will be making. That's the music I will be making. Those are the lyrics that will leave my mouth. Vengeance. Vengeance is yours, Lord. That's what we need to sing. Vengeance is yours, Lord. No fucking kumbaya. Fucking kumbaya with motherfucking kumbaya situations. Y'all got this shit real twisted. Y'all got this shit real twisted if you think people gonna keep sitting here and letting you take innocent lives and you won't lose. You got it real fucked up. I have no debate in me for anyone who disagree. These are my opinions from my moral compass, from my principalities. Because apparently some of y'all ain't got no fucking principles and y'all are mentally ill. I thought I was the mentally ill one. But I'm starting to realize I was mentally ill because I kept trying to conform to a society that doesn't fucking make sense. The society doesn't make sense. It is so hypocritical. Oppression is literally legal, and the resistance against oppression is fucking illegal. Make it make sense. Oppression is legal, but the resistance against oppression is illegal. Make it make sense. Make it the fuck make sense. You quote scriptures to try to get us in realignment about being loving and caring. But where the fuck is your love and your care at? Where is the scripture for you when you need to be loving and caring? Where is the scripture for you when you the motherfucker that keep hitting people and making them have to turn the cheek? I wouldn't even have to turn my motherfucking cheek if you didn't hit me. Think about that. Think about that when y'all quote that shit. I would not have to turn the other cheek if you did not fucking hit me. But bitch, I'ma smack the fuck out of you back. I'ma smack the taste out of your motherfucking mouth you smack me. I don't give a fuck if you did a little pit patter. Like, see them little cats when they be online? Like, you do one of these 1, 2, 3s. Like, I don't care if it was soft. I'ma cock back and I'ma knock the fuck out you if you touch me and I don't want to be touched. If you hurt me, I am going to hurt you. A lot of this shit is hands off. That's what y'all fail to realize. Y'all stolen our birthrights. A lot of this shit is hands off. A lot of this shit is prayer. A lot of this shit is literally getting back connected to the true power. to the true energy source of life. But you demonize it so that we don't know, because I don't even have to fucking lift a finger. So if you do ever see me turn the other cheek and someone has literally physically caused me some harm, if I'm silent, you should be scared. If I'm silent, you should be scared, and it has nothing to do with physical action with the fuck so ever. But just know that them spirits coming for your ass. Just know them spirits is on your ass. It's on your ass and anybody unworthy in your bloodline. Like, I don't understand. And it's like, I'm so pissed off because so long I denied myself of my gifts and my beliefs that I had from a little fucking girl. Like, a little girl, I was tapped in. And I literally denied myself of it because it didn't fit in societal norms. I thank God from delivering me from that. I thank God from delivering me from that. I'm not walking around fucking fearing no devil. I'm not walking around saying I can't study this, practice, or gain knowledge from this system when they are clearly using that fucking knowledge and harvesting that power themselves. They know who the fuck we used to. They literally go to our ancestors and try to harvest energy. We don't even talk about that. They'll tell us that we can't honor our ancestors, but yet you have gravestones and tombstones and you go set flowers by your graves, but you'll demonize having an altar. It's the same fucking thing. It's hypocritical. It's hypocritical. I'm going to honor my ancestors because my ancestors going to be on your ass. I'm going to honor my ancestors because my ancestors look out for me. And I'm damn sure going to talk to God day in and day out. I'm going to talk to his son day in and day out. And I'm going to talk to whatever else the fuck I want to. Because it's time that we stop playing games. The universe hears our cries. The universe hears us. And now, what you put out is what you going to get back. Ain't no turning no motherfucking other. The fuck? I can turn the other cheek. Nigga, if you dropped my goddamn food. And food is important to me. Food is important to me. You drop my food, I can turn the other cheek and not hit your ass. Like, I can turn the other cheek for that. But baby, you take from me anything that I deem valuable. You take life. Bitch, we on your ass. We on your ass. We on your ass, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who think I'm evil. Baby, the devil don't even fuck with me. The devil don't even fuck with me. I just want to make that blatantly and apparently clear. The devil don't even fuck with me. I done fucking rustled and tussled with that motherfucker all my life. The devil don't even fuck with me. Matter of fact, the devil on my team. So you praying to me. Like, you praying to me. So now, every time you do some fucked up wild shit, like, it comes to me. It comes to me. The contract is with me. The contract is with me. The devil has let me know. So I advise people to play motherfucking safe. I advise people who are holier than thou and righteous that that's your purpose. I'm not knocking you when I make this video. I really am not knocking you who literally live a life of you believe that this is wrong and that is wrong and this is wrong and that is wrong, and you stand on wrong no matter with the race, the religion, or whatever. I'm not coming for you. I feel like there are groups of people who do have high morale. I am a person who believe in fucking fairness. I believe in justice. And I believe also in the one that is like, I think it's like equity or something. It's something like where, say for instance, if there's a person who is shorter than a tall person, you give them some extra, like you give them a step stool so that they can have the same vantage point. So I believe in that. Like, I believe in across the board. I know nothing will ever be 100% perfect, but I don't believe in the same justice as everybody else believe in. I don't believe that God will present himself as a shiny figure and make these motherfucking thugs, criminals, and gang members stop. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. However, what I do know and believe, I not only believe it, I know it. I have seen it to be true. God flows through us. God flows through different people. And sometimes God be flowing through people and you don't even fucking realize it. You don't even realize it. Sometimes God picked the people that you deem to be the worst of the worst. It's even in your gospel. It's even in the gospel. Because it ain't just your gospel. I learned that gospel as an early age and I believe in it. I just don't believe in it wholeheartedly because I know that King James manipulated that shit. And before him, there was the Geneva version. And then there's all these other versions. So it's a whole canon of people. And they chose white men. And I don't know how they chose them. But they literally set them down and let them decide what made it into the Bible. And we all can see the corruption that has happened. And literally, Jesus did not stand for this corruption. Jesus did not stand for oppression. Jesus literally was created because oppression was going on with the Jewish community. Literally. And to be most accurate, with the Romans. So, literally what I see going on in Palestine is like literally repeated history. But shall we go on? You cannot. Dumb. That is like the oddest shit to sit back and watch as people who claim to have went through the atrocities that they went through. And I'm not saying claim as if I don't think the Jewish story is true. I think that there is validity to the Jewish story, but I also know that there are black Jews. Everything was black when we first started, but they whitewash history and make you feel like you're the fucked up, deplorable people of the earth. Anywho, I do believe, what happened to Jewish people happened, but I also believe that Jewish people allows time and time again, just like black people, for people to come in their community and fuck shit up. And they start to drink the Kool-Aid. We see it repeating itself over and over and over again. You literally see skin folk literally go tell master on other skin folks still to this day working hard for master. So shit is wild. But there's enough people that literally has woken up, smelled the coffee, and there's shit in the coffee. The jig is up. It's all God's plan. And I'm going to just speak my words. I'm going to speak my truth. And I'm going to be obedient. And I'm going to make it do what it do when I'm supposed to. And I feel like everybody else, you keep your head up and you do what you got to do. But all this rhetoric, I'm not coming for people who actually practice what they preach. I'm coming for people who have fake outrage when it's somebody else. Bitch, you ain't outraged. You weren't outraged when it was us. And then always, this shit's so fucking deeply ingrained in my head. You gotta say, I'm not talking about all white people. Man, fuck. If you're a white person and you still fragile at this point, fuck you. Fuck you. Because that means you still got some work to do. And I ain't talking to you. Go work. Go work on yourself. Go heal them generational curses in your lineage. Because it exists. Go heal them. Same way I had to fucking heal mine before I could talk my shit. I couldn't come on camera and talk my shit about this shit until I healed what the fuck was going on in my own family lineage. So, go heal your shit. And you'll be less inclined to feel so fucking guilty. Because that's all white fragility is. It's white guilt. You don't need guilt to fix the problem. You need accountability and making amends. with your fucking self and everybody else. Like, go make amends. And I'm not sorry. Like, I'm not sorry. It's funny because, like, when I started this healing journey, a black lady in the store, me and her almost, like, walked into each other. And she was like, and I said, I'm sorry. She looked me dead in my eyes and was like, we're not sorry. Black people tired of being sorry. And that just stuck with me. And as a kid, I had black people that was, like, in my life that was elders and was like, don't say sorry. So you apologize. We're not sorry. For too long have we been made to feel like we should be sorry. We ain't the ones that did this shit. We have carried it along. But a lot of us are aware and we're breaking the cycles. A lot of us are aware and we're working on our shit. A lot of us are aware and we're activists. We're in the communities. I'm not currently as active, but activism don't always look like you have a social media platform. I need people to know this. Activism doesn't always look like you're holding a camera and you're feeding a homeless person. Sometimes that's showing. That's show and tell. Sometimes that's show and tell. Activism is what you do when nobody is fucking looking. Activism is how active you is in your community when no one is fucking looking. When no one is giving you a cookie or a pat on your back. And I was active in my communities on so many different levels in this life. From the jobs I picked, the careers I picked, the servitude I've done. From helping fucking people, random people I knew. I was always active. So, I'm going to spew this shit. I'm going to get this shit out. I can talk my shit. And no, I'm not perfect. I've perpetuated some of these ugly cycles that I'm talking about. I've perpetuated some of the rhetoric that, was given to me. My parents grew up in motherfucking Jim Crow. Of course I had some unlearning to do. Of course I still have some unlearning to do. Of course I still have some healing to do. But baby, if it's fuck me, it's fuck you too. And I mean that shit wholeheartedly. Like, I'm tired. And I know that I am uniquely myself, but I also know that I represent, anytime I speak, I represent a collective. I represent a collective consciousness. I represent thoughts and ideas that others fear to speak or fear to let out. And it's like the more other people actually let this shit out, you allow others to know that they too can feel this way and not be fucking condemned. We're already living in hell. What else do you have to lose? Like, you already are living in hell. Repeated cycles is literally, no one tells you. They think that the people who are literally, trying to get help and shit because they're going to get help and they doing this and they look odd and they acting a little odd. They're literally just not forming to societal norms. They're literally, you can't understand them because you're not on their frequency. Like, they look funny and odd to you because they're not on your frequency. And I'm going to say that shit again. Like, you just not there yet. The hope is that you do get there. But they look odd because, like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can't understand me because you're not on my frequency. So, literally, the people who are literally trapped in cycles, I was one. I was trapped in a cycle of hell for 33 years, bro. Like, just trapped. No matter what I did to advance myself, I got nowhere. Because spiritually, because mentally, mind, body, soul, it was out of alignment. Highly fucking intelligent. I can do shit in my sleep. Like, highly fucking intelligent. So, of course I can finish school. Of course I can do this. Of course I can survive. But I was miserable as fuck. In a repeated hellscape. Repeatedly being raped. Repeatedly being taken advantage of. Repeatedly being abused and mistreated by the people that I loved and trusted. Because I couldn't break the cycle at the foundation and at the root where it started. Repeatedly. Because I ran from the harsh realities and memories that fucking got me in this repeated abuse to begin with. I ran from them. I didn't want to accept them. To me, to accept what had happened to me felt like it would be an overload and I would die, and I did. The part of me that had to endure that shit is not completely here with me. Only the parts that was good enough to make it was savaged. So I've died many deaths. That's why I don't feel death. Like, I don't fear death. I don't fear death. I don't fear death. After this, death is not death. I get to carry on with the soul that I've retrieved. It's mine. It's not theirs. Don't let them people steal your soul. Don't let them people feel like you gotta wait. God flows through us. You don't have to wait for God to return. God is here. You don't have to wait for Christ to return. Christ is here. Christ flows through us. That is your power. But you denying it. Because you waiting for them to save you. You waiting for the very people to fucking save you that is trying to kill you. You are waiting for the very people that hasn't killed all of us because they need our energy. They need to harvest our energy. So literally, if it was up to them, they would have been killed us all. If they could. If God was willing. That's what I'm going to say. If God was willing or let them do that, they would have been literally took all of us out. But it's more beneficial in their plan, their game plan, for us to remain alive because they get to siphon our energy. It all funnels up to the top. Working hard for the money. A lot of y'all don't even realize y'all sell y'all soul on a day-to-day basis every time you fucking clock into that soul-sucking establishment you work for. You'll judge the motherfucking stripper who literally said, shit, I know what I'm getting into. Some of them had game plans and they actually followed through. And they retrieved their souls while you still don't have one. You're ashamed a drug dealer who is literally an entrepreneur, literally a chemist, literally a pharmacist, literally a motherfucking king or a queen, a boss. You're ashamed them. Because yes, in reality, they are. They are destroying lives to make their life better and their family lives better. But you don't ever give a fuck about the people who put these people in these positions to make them feel like this is their only option. But just because you feel like you are better, just because you feel like you clocked into an office, a hospital, or whatever the fuck, you feel like you better, when in all actuality, we're all doing the same shit. We're all selling our souls, but most of the time, the people from the streets literally know that they're selling their soul and know that they gonna have a game plan on how to get that shit back. Because they know the game that they playing. They know the game that they playing. But it's like the people who walk the other paths of having a more straighter life, you don't even realize you in the game. Some do, but very few do. Very few think that like you're going to make it out alive. Like, look, I'm telling you from, I thought I could break that system. I can infiltrate it. But the way that system is designed, it's going to have to crumble from within. So I do know that there are some people who are literally clocking in and you just like the motherfucking street people. You know you playing the game and you know what you got to do and you doing it. You dare to save lives. You dare to redirect people. You doing what you can do within the means of what you have. But there are some people who literally be going into these places and these establishments looking down on other people thinking they're better than them because they got a 9-to-5. And look at your ass. Look at your ass. You barely can make rent. You barely can make the mortgage. You barely can take a trip now. You barely can feed the family. It's 2 of y'all in the house and you still barely can make ends meet. Where's the fairness in the system now? Do you see how ugly it is? Do you see how unfair it is? You couldn't see it when it was somebody making minimum wage, working 40 hours a week, and couldn't survive. But you can see it now that you got your fancy degree. And I tell you, I speak from my own perspective. I speak from the own disgust I've had with myself. And even I still wasn't fully drinking the Kool-Aid. But for the parts of me that had to pretend to do it, I have so much disgust for myself. So I have it for you too. Wake the fuck up. Your system is killing you. And you're allowing it to. You're making excuses for it. And you're condemning your own fucking people. And that's for the white people that's woke too. Like, we are one human race. But we have allowed society to divide us into religion, sexuality, all kinds of shit. We even got men against women. Like, what the fuck? Like, I want to do a whole video on that. Men against women. Men and women aren't the problem. Men and women aren't the problem. The problem is the oppression of the men and the women. The brainwashing of the men and the women. The men and the women need to heal. That's the problem. It ain't which one is worse than the other. Well, females, and then niggas ain't shit. And it's how about, like, you're attracting what you feel like you're worth. A lot of people say you attract your worth. Like, no, baby. You don't attract your worth. You attract what you feel like you're worth. You could be worth goddamn something out of this goddamn world. But if you can't view it, that's how you show up. You show up to most people who don't have that insight to see you for who you truly are. You show up as a person that can be taken advantage of, a person that don't know their value. Because even if the monsters can't see you for who you are, like, they're like, oh, damn. Shit. He or she don't even know their worth or their value. Like, let me play with them. Let me fuck with them. Let me get what I can get. Let me see how far I can go. I speak from experience. I speak from experience, and not the experience on my own. I was the one that was like, literally, didn't know my worth, didn't know my value. Constantly settling. Like, I love so hard. I love so hard. I don't have to know you. I love so hard. I don't have to know you. I feel an energy. I feel a vibe. And I also, because I grew up in so much pain and suffering, I can also see past your hurt. I can see past your lies. I can see you for you. But even on the other end of the spectrum, if you can't see you, you can't show up as you. So even to the fucked up abusing people, they can't see their worth either. That's why they doing what the fuck they doing. So I don't know. This shit getting rainy, and I'm in the habit of getting this shit out. It ain't no need for me to hold on to it. It needs to get out. There's a lot of people feeling this way. And right now, more than ever, we need, even though we don't like have to have confirmation and validation from other humans, like right now, because we have grown up in so much oppression and so much pain and so much suffering, other people just need to know that they're not alone. They're not alone in their thoughts. They're not alone in their experiences. Like, yes, what you are experiencing is real. It's real evil. It's real wicked. But what you're also experiencing right now is real magical. It's real. It's just real beautiful in certain aspects if you've gotten to that point of healing. If you gotten to a certain point of healing, like, you now realize how beautiful life is. You're literally on a fucking floating rock in space. But you wondering where the alien's at. Bitch, you is the alien. You travel to other planets. Like, and other planets, planet beings travel here too. Like, alien just mean not from here. Foreign. So when you go somewhere else, it's just like that word exotic. Like, when you go somewhere else, like, you're traveling. You're traveling. When you're in a dream state, you're traveling. When you're meditating and you're praying, that is a form of traveling. That is a form of traveling. You're not right here, right now. You're tapping into something else. You're tapping into something else. I did a poem about you don't need dope. You don't need dope. You need better coping skills. You need to learn how to tap into that magic within. Like, you want to go somewhere else, you can do that shit with your head. But your head has been filled up with so much pain, so much poison, all that shit. When when this shit get filled with poison, because I'm very venomous. Like, I'm very venomous. And I used to be ashamed of the shit. I'm not ashamed of me anymore. I'm very venomous. I save that shit. I store it up just for my enemies. Like, just know who your enemies are. I'm very venomous. I'm not going to hate myself. Are they walking around hating themselves, or are they walking around hating us? Like, and if you don't know by now, for me, they is anything, any color, any race, any sexuality, any religion, any spirituality, any fucking thing or concept that it is against this planet and the people. And when I say this planet, I mean all other creatures, all life. All life. If it is against this planet and all life, innocent life that ain't fucking with nobody, if it is oppressing the people and the planet, if it's draining and raping the planet of its resources and its life force, I'm against it. I'm against you as an individual. I don't look at it as, oh, I don't like white people because most white people in my life have been so fucked up. Nope, bitch, I judge you by your character. I judge you by your character. Oh, I don't like gay people. I don't like trans people. Mind your motherfucking business if you don't like it. Normalize that. Oh, they're forcing it down my throats. Close your eyes. Close your mouth. Look the other way. Literally, half of y'all ain't even met a fucking trans person. And when you do, you be rude and disrespectful. You don't even have a conversation to realize, like, literally, a motherfucking human being having their own fucking experience. And who the fuck is you to tell them that they can't? Once again, say it with me. I am not God. I am made in God's image. I am a God, but I am not God. So I listen and I don't judge. So I can agree to disagree. I can learn to not hate people because they don't fit in what I believe in. I can learn that. It's very easy. That is very easy. Hate is hard. Hate is poison. Hate is, look, I have hate. Hate is poisonous. I just know what to do with it. I know how to transmute it. I had to learn to live filled with motherfucking poison all my life. And try not to hurt the people I love. That's a hard job. That's a very hard job. But guess what? It has made me an alchemist. Like, it has made me an alchemist. So, as the saying goes, God does not give his hardest battles to those who cannot handle it. So, literally everything that has happened to me has fucking made me, like, unstoppable with God by my side. I am not grandiose in any fucking way. I would not be who I am. I wouldn't have been who I was, and I wouldn't be who I am today without God, without a support system. My support system is not externally all the time. You don't get to see it. You don't get to really hear me talk about I have a good support system, but the internal support system I have, goddamn, I like forever grateful. Forever fucking grateful. Touched by all the angels. Like, forever grateful. I don't know. Like, I'm just pissed off. I'm tired. I know most of us that is aware. Most of us who realize this reality was being controlled and reprogrammed or programmed. There's a lot of programs. Gotta pick your poison. But I see today where the programs will actually be designed to be beneficial for the earth and the people. I have detached from so much shit. I just see the beauty in the world. The only time I really see the fucked up shit in the world is when God wants me to see it, or I'm on social media. So, and I feel it. Sometimes I don't even have to turn the shit on. Like, I just feel a heaviness. I just feel angry, and I don't know why. Like, and then I have to tap in and talk to anger and be like, what's going on today? And then spirits might come talk to me. Spirits might come talk to me and tell me what the fuck going on. So, like, just be careful, like, out here. Stay in your lane. Play where you safe at. I've always said this from the beginning. Like, play where you safe at, because, like, I'm safe anywhere. I'm literally safe anywhere I go. The day I die, even if it's by the hand of an enemy, God intended for it to be that way. That's how secure I am in my life and my death. And I know after this, it's eternal life. Like, I don't know what these people been force feeding us, but it's eternal life after that. Like, and I mentioned earlier that this is hell. This is the hell that you have personally decided to keep creating for yourself. So if you started out in hell, because a lot of us started out in a hellish escape. If you started out there, hell is the repeated cycles that you kept continuing to, put yourself in. And then you also could create even more levels of hell for yourself for how low you want to get. But there are worse hells. There are worse designs of hells, and a lot of people aren't even aware of it. Like, all y'all think about is hell with the fire and the brimstones. Baby, it is worse shit out here. Like, y'all motherfuckers will have, if you don't figure it out, it'll be eternal life in a hellscape that ain't just one you can decide to get out of. It'll be one that you will be stuck in until God decides maybe your soul deserves to be cleansed. Also, that law they made about energy is not created nor destroyed. Like, whatever we got is here, is there. Like, God is motherfucking omnipotent. What are you talking about? God can wipe you out. God can make you disappear as if you was never written in this shit. Like, we're all energy. We're all energy. Electricity is the reason your heart pumps. You have electrical pulses going through your body. The reason your brain works, brain waves. They're literally creating AI. They created computers based off human design. All this technology is based off human design. Radio, that shit is based off human design. And then human design is based off the earth. Human design is based off the earth. Like, all the animals, all that stuff, it is aligned with the earth. So, like, anytime, like, humans create something, they're really, like, you're borrowing consciousness. God is giving you streams of consciousness. It could be other planetary beings, spirits, whatever you see or view this shit as. Literally all you are doing is being a creator and creating other things, because you're made in God's image, so you are a creator too. It's just some of y'all want to create for destruction, mass destruction. Like, who the fuck creates nuclear weapons for the planet they gotta live on? Like, how does that make sense? Like, a nuclear weapon literally causes mass devastation. Like, who the fuck even came up with that? Like, that takes a sick ass person to literally come up with, I need to create this massively destructive ass thing. And then it has you riddled like, well, are they going underground when they set this shit off? Or are they going to try to go out into space and escape this shit? But good luck to you if you try to go anywhere else with that bullshit. Because they aren't brainwashed. And they know who you are. And they'll see you when you coming. They'll see you when you're coming. You won't be doing too many more planets like this. So, life is a game. Life is strange. Life is a stage play. Life is all this shit. Life is weird. Weird shit is happening all around you. Timelines are shifting all around us. If you fucking pay attention. Like, every time it shifts, I feel it. Shit, I feel the shifts in me. Like, sometimes I'll be like, well, god damn it, did I do this? Like, but all I'm trying to do is get to my highest timeline. Like, that's all I'm trying to do is just live my best life. Live my best life. But I'm angry. I'm upset. Last year, I watched a man be fucking executed for a crime he didn't commit. And this happens. This happens all the time, but not every case gets public attention. Not every case gets public attention. But I can't forget Khalif. I think it was, God damn it, I ain't forget his name. It was Khalifa. But I can't forget him. I can't forget none of that shit. And I'm just angry. And I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not angry. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm not going to pray to my ancestors and the spirit guides. I'm not going to pray to the angels. I'm not going to pray to God. I can't pretend that I won't pray to some ancestors in the Haitian culture and the African culture and the native culture, indigenous culture, whatever you want to call it, culture. We all are fucking indigenous people. We all are indigenous people. Some of us scattered from different indigenous lands, but we all were indigenous people to a land. I just so lucky to be an indigenous person of multiple nations. Like, it's just in the bloodline. So I just want to end this by saying, be safe out here. Because black people don't have nothing to lose. We don't have shit to lose. So be safe. And I also want y'all to remember, no, I'll do a separate video because that shit was weird. But all right.